Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another reaction. Today we have Every Day is Night, which makes no logical sense, but I'll go ahead and let it slide. This is by Garoad or Garoad. I'm not sure how to say that name. I'm gonna go with Garoad just because it's a little easier to say, but I know nothing about this song. Thracian threw it into the executive producer queue and left. There's no description, no idea what this is, who it is, if it's from anything, not a clue. So I'm going to completely dry blind. So without further ado, let's go. Ooh. Oh, hold up. Wait a minute. You might be getting some like funk vibes in here. Synth pop, maybe. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, a little bit. Oh, we chillin'. Oh, we having fun now. It's like my hidden aesthetic. I love this. Ooh. Interesting musical things going on here too. That's why I love this genre. Simple beats, very interesting jazzy sort of approach to the melodies. It's just so pretty, but so vibey. That's a pretty standard chord progression for like what the piano is doing, what the synth is doing right there. Keeping it really simple, but it's got so much personality elsewhere. Where the roots are planted doesn't really matter because the musicality is so good. I assume everybody is vibing with me. You better be. If I'm the only one dancing, then there's something wrong with you, not me. I always love the constant bass lines in this genre too. Keeping that digga 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 just all the way through. Just a constant presence. Ooh! Get up there on those notes. I don't know what instrument that is, what synth that is, but there's like this percussive knocking going on. That's really cool. It's almost like a clave. Oh god, it just stops immediately. Is that a song from a game or something? I feel like that would loop really well. I feel like it's designed to loop. Maybe not, but it definitely could. Alright, so I checked the description and found out it's from a cyberpunk bartender game called Valhalla. I don't know anything about that at all. I assumed Valhalla was the name of the album. I didn't even realize that that was like part of an OST for something else until I looked it up because I was like, what is this? It said original game soundtrack. I'm like, whoa, what? And it's just beautiful. It's got the perfect vibe for that sort of cityscape sound. I was kind of on the correct path of having that like synth wavy sort of approach. That synth poppy sound is a little bit more accurate, and the screenshots I saw from the game all had this beautiful aesthetic to it, and definitely cyberpunk, so that totally fits. But it's much more of like the 80s rendition of cyberpunk, and it's stylized and pixel art, so all of that aesthetic tying together into this perfect package here. But again, the composition of this song, very simple chords on the synth on the bottom, just keeping everything around. That bass constantly churning is very much an 80s sort of thing to do when you're getting this sort of sound. And while again you have these very simple chords on the bottom, that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the song has to be boring. Most of this type of genre, that jazzy sort of influence, is what carries this genre so well, because you could do really whatever you want on top of otherwise very simple chords, but allowing people to just do their thing with solos. Whereas like even in this case where I assume they're programming everything, they're still allowing that room to grow on the top, where that bass is very solid and you have those roots. Like I said, you are allowed to let branches kind of go in any direction and have all of that creative flow happen naturally. You don't have to overthink it when you get to songs like this. You can just kind of let everything be a solo and have a good time with that. There were some fun things in there. Like again, I'm pretty sure there's like this like 80s-esque clave sound that's in there, this like synthesized clave. I'm really not sure what that is. I'm not sure if it's like a wood block or something. It could even be like very heavily affected agogo bells, but it's just this sort of texture that's in there. And if you took that out of there, the song would be much more boring. So it livens things up in the rhythmic section, and it just makes it all feel much more alive and lived in. It adds this kind of grimy texture to the rest of the song that makes it feel much more lived in, much like a city would. So that fits the aesthetic of the game really well from what I could tell. And just in general, it's a really good song with a very good personality, and it keeps itself true to itself the whole way through. And again, matching that aesthetic from the game, you couldn't ask for a better sound. So great job on the composer here. Garoad did an amazing work on this one, and I'm sure the rest of the soundtrack is very much the same. If this is just one of the songs, the whole soundtrack probably sounds like this. And I'm sure it's all really well done and has just as much fun as this one does. So great job there. And now it's making me even interested to check out the game just to see what the whole vibe is, looking at some gameplay maybe, which I might do later. But I think I've yapped enough for this one, so thank you all so very much for watching. If you have any other songs you want me to get to, drop them in the comments below and I will do my best as always. Or if you want to guarantee a request from me, you can always go to my Patreon or my YouTube memberships. There is a tier where you can request something and I have to get to it. It is guaranteed no matter what it is. And of course, if you just like this video and you want to follow me and support me for more stuff in the future, you know how to do all that, and I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye!